At the blink of an eye, at the blink of an eye, we have a lot of individuals going from heaven or from hell to heaven because we were always in the midst of the two. And based on how we lived our life, meaning our decisions we make, whether we learned from certain mistakes or certain lessons, let's say it like that. If we would learn from the lessons and then grasp the teachings of the lesson, we would then be given a blessing to go further or to rise more in consciousness. But see, at the end of this game, so before the new game would begin, we would have a bigger test to take. And see, a lot of times the test was always being you versus you. What can you stop doing so that you can step into something else and start doing? So a lot of us were distracted from people, places, and things, right? And I recommend you in this season, you roll solo, unless you're around other individuals that are on the same frequency, meaning a higher frequency than you. If you look around and all you see is old patterns of who you used to be and what you were trying to get away from, that's a cage. And they'll end up hurting you due to, when I say they'll hurt you, they're gonna end up hurting you unconsciously with their negative conversations, with their unhealed traumas that they want to share with you, with their bumps in the road that they are struggling to see what's being taught. And you're going to have to let these people go if you truly love them at this time. And hopefully you meet them again once they rise out of hell or out of these lessons that they're failing to look at. Because certain individuals are failing to see or realize that we live in a universe where it's a you in reverse, right? Although we are amongst other universes. And for the ones that have access or have been granted the access to the golden room, to heaven, to higher dimensions, we are the forerunners. We are the ones setting the tones. We are the curse breakers of this generation. And see, everything your light touch will turn into gold. That's why now, what I mean by that is, anything that get within your aura field that you communicate with verbally, physically, mentally, spiritually, they will be blessed. So that's why scriptures are being fulfilled at this time. We are not allowed to give our jewels to the swine. You see, it's not that time no more, because at one time you was given those jewels and they took those same jewels and they threw them to the ground and stomped on them. I know for me, it was plenty individuals that I tried my best to share this message with. But because the physical eyes and ears couldn't see what I was telling these individuals, they chose to stick to the script, stick to the matrix, stick to what their eyes could see. But see, we got to be able to see the unseen in order to experience the unseen in the physical world or the physical realm, right? But in this time right here, you're going to feel yourself go up and down in waves, especially if you are rising in consciousness. And it may be symptoms like this. One day you may be up, feeling good and at high spirits, and feeling the new energy at its top tier, right? Or at its peak, as of right now, which is going to go higher. But other days, like for me, for example, last night I got home, I see another orange and black butterfly. Anyway, I got home last night, washed clothes, I went to the gym, I cooked me some stewed chicken with some pinto beans, gravy with potatoes in the chicken. Man, it was so good. I got some on the table I'm gonna eat, but I wanted to share this message with y'all first. But after doing all of that, I went and sat on the couch. I fixed me a nice warm tea with some honey, and I cut on the Avatar. Just something that I can just relax and get away from the world a little bit. And as I was sipping the tea, I was feeling my body, how it was tired. I didn't want to share no messages. I almost felt like I wanted to quit. That came out of nowhere. But a lot of times when that's happening, it could be somebody preying on your downfall. And that's why you got to know that sometimes you pick up energies based on where you've been at. It could have been because I've been at work around so many different vibrations yesterday, or frequencies, that I took it with me because I'm an empath, just like you. And now when you get home and you settle down, you feel those frequencies still up in you. And that's when you have to do things like meditate or take your time with yourself and just feel it. Don't try to bottle it up and push it away. Sit in it. Because when you feel it, you heal it. You release it. So I sat there and I sipped on my tea, and a little after I went to bed, right? Got up this morning feeling back charged up more than ever. But I'm here to say that, yeah, you're going to have those days where you're going to feel the energy go down, but it's only going down to bounce back up again higher. It's almost like you're on a trampoline. And you know how you're on a trampoline and then you jump, and then the more you come down, you go higher. You know what I'm saying? It's like that. But the best way you can help somebody right now is by displaying it. Don't use the mouth unless you're sharing it like this, where you can protect your energy. You have a platform or something like that. In other words, they have to see you on stage, right? And other than that, we got to just lead by example. Because what we're doing decades from now, when we're talking to our grandkids, they're going to be wanting to know what happened when the shift took place. And you're going to be telling these beautiful stories, which some of them may be eye-bottling, because although I look the way I look and I speak the way I speak, I've been through hell and back, family. I've been homeless. I've been in shelters. I've been about killed by certain things. I've been like treated like Cinderella. I've been left hanging, left in the middle of nowhere. You know, I've risked it all just to take care of family. You know, like anything that you can think of, I've been in it, learned from it, and came through it. So I didn't just go through it, I grew through it. And it's a lot of you out there as well, male and female, that can say and speak the same thing wholeheartedly. And guess what? The good part about, the main part about it is, we still don't hold no grudges towards the people, places, and things that caused us to go through that. Because we understand that it was all the great paradox. The enemy will always be in front of you, but the goal is for you to use it as a stepping stool. Because the universe put these type of things in your path to grow you, not for you to grow bitter, right? You have a lot of people that went through these things and became bitter, not better. You see how close they are? You see? And for the ones that were able to get through it because they had the faith of a mustard seed, based on knowing God was real, knowing the universe exists, because you are that, right? You didn't get in your own way. And when you did do it, you was willing to recognize it and sort it out with the universe or God by communicating. And then you got put right back on your right path. You see? So, family, I hope this message helps somebody somewhere today. And if you are going through anything right now, the best advice I can give you is for you to isolate. Find solitude. I don't care what you got going on in your life, whether it's going to take you to have to get up earlier so you can go take a walk, or whether it's going to for you to have to take a later time going to bed so you can get out and really have time to yourself, so that you can feel these energies that are dwelling in you and be able to release them. So you're able to step into your new, okay? Everybody can't go when you go, but definitely everybody can go if they're willing to do the work. And that's real talk, family. So like I always say, never go with the flow, create the flow. And if you're interested in investing and helping me with the Create the Flow movement, reach out to me. email me at info@createtheflownp.com. And if you would like a session because you want to talk to me and what I'm speaking on you can relate to, go to my website, www.createtheflownp.com. Until the next message, family, no more separation. One love. I love you, family.